Just as Arlington is a great place to live the American dream, it's also a great place to work and run a business. And in the past year, we've done a lot to keep it that way. You may have noticed quite a bit of road work going on around the city right now, which is sometimes difficult to deal with in the short term, but well worth the inconvenience in the long run. An $80 million investment in our streets is underway. That includes rebuilding of Lamar between Collins and Ballpark Way, improvements on Abram from Stadium to 360 and 360 to Great Southwest Parkway, with the area from Cooper to Stadium slated for sometime in 2015. Other projects include Center Street between Arkansas and Timberview, the Tri-Schools area along Ledbetter, Russell, and Callender roads, including sidewalks for children walking to 3 schools in the area. On Bowen Road at I-20, there will be the addition of a right turn lane to relieve congestion near a new charter school at the Bowen-Martin intersection. Things will soon look different on Division Street. As part of the effort to upgrade and beautify the downtown area, the city is working with Encore to relocate utility poles along this major thoroughfare, with completion in early 2015. It's safe to say the NCAA Final Four basketball tournament was a slam dunk. 159,000 fans attended the 3 games at AT&T Stadium this past spring, generating an estimated economic impact of nearly $55 million. In addition to the regular season Cowboys games, 2 first-time events are just a few months away at the stadium. The first ever college football national championship game is scheduled for January 12th, and the stadium is welcoming the American Country Music Awards show that sold out in just 18 minutes. In the days right before the show on Sunday, April 19th, 24 concerts are scheduled at AT&T Stadium and Globe Life Park, with the expectation of thousands of country music fans visiting Arlington. This year, the Texas Rangers marked 20 years in their current home, now called Globe Life Park. And Tom Schieffer, who was instrumental in the building of that iconic ballpark, was inducted into the Rangers Hall of Fame in August. New rides greeted families visiting Hurricane Harbor this summer, as the longtime Arlington destination provides an escape from the heat for thousands each summer.
The Justice League has been compromised.
And Metropolis comes to Arlington. The Justice League is the new interactive ride at Six Flags, opening in 2015. In the 3D ride, visitors battle villains trying to destroy Metropolis with the help of good superheroes like Superman and Wonder Woman. The park has been an Arlington institution and family favorite dating back to 1961. UT Arlington continues growing with approximately 38,500 students attending this year. UTA's new president says a number of outstanding new leaders and faculty members are joining UTA in the fields of research, engineering, and technology transfer, just to name a few. That kind of expertise creates a large impact beyond the campus.
But what is not thought of very often is becoming more and more important today is the technology that we develop over here, and then is translated, transformed, and then commercialized, and then is used by the community around us, by the businesses. We have tremendous partnerships with a lot of businesses around, both in the city of Arlington and around.
The relationship with the city is also key to UTA's successful future.
For us to be able to attract people over here, we've got to have a city that wants the university to be part of the city rather than an ivory tower. And Mayor Clark, the council, and everyone else have been very supportive of the university through the years. We wouldn't be where we are had the city not supported us.
Arlington is also fortunate to be connected to 4 school districts with exceptional leadership. We're continuing to build our relationships with the Kennedale and Mansfield Independent School Districts, as well as a newer partnership with Hearst Euless Bedford, which has a school in the Viridian development. The facilities of the award-winning AISD are undergoing big changes as a part of a new bond package.
We know that as we invest $663 million in the community and the school district of Arlington, we know that that also impacts our economy, our workforce, and things like that. But the ultimate impact it has is on the lives of students, and the fact that because we are able to make that investment, because our community has supported our public schools, we know that lives will change as a result of that.
Things at General Motors have certainly been busy, with the governor helping celebrate its 60th year here in Arlington.
Dreams get made in this place. And it's not just the dreams that roll off the assembly line floor. It's the dreams that come true for a family.
And GM Financial announced earlier this year the addition of 900 more jobs at its Arlington facility. That mirrors growth in many other Arlington companies.
So you're looking at our brand new 27,000 square foot facility. This facility houses 6 brand new full flight simulators. You can see
increased demand from both military and commercial customers created the need for L3 Link simulation and training to expand its campus in Arlington. The company, a leader in the aircraft simulation and training industry, has 900 employees here and has been a part of Arlington since 1972 in many different ways.
there's a lot of small business that we use here to get, whether it's buying computers or getting things manufactured. We have lots of customers that come in and stay at our hotels. They love dining here. They love going to the sporting events. So again, we're not one of those businesses where people just come here every once in a while. We have most of our customers stay for weeks or potentially months. We actually work with UTA. We actually do a master's degree here for them. It's important for us as engineering. We get good students from them from an engineering focus. And that we also feel part of this community. You know, the mayor himself and that are really part of the Arlington community that allows us to do a lot of things when we need help. In that perspective, the city of Arlington's always been there for us.
Triumph Aerostructures moved its engineering and administrative services groups to the former Siemens building on Nolan Ryan Expressway. And Arlington is now home to a regional distribution center for Williams-Sonoma, the cookware and home furnishings company. 500 to 600 employees are expected to work there. Demilec USA opened its new state-of-the-art manufacturing plant this summer. The spray foam insulation maker added 20 new workers to accommodate growth.
From Arlington's perspective, to literally have the best spray foam house, really in the world, is pretty unique. We're obviously set up, for the near future, but this facility will also set us up, for the next 10, 15 years. We had an open slate. So if we would have thought, there was a better, location, for the facility or a better location for the headquarters, felt very comfortable, with what Arlington was, providing us. So there's absolutely no reason to consider, relocating.
Latest figures show good news for jobs here. The most recent indicate Arlington's unemployment rate is 5%, below the state rate of 5.5 and the national rate of 6.3. That strong local economy is also reflected in commercial real estate. Our retail vacancy is 5.9%, in contrast to 6.9% for the DFW area. The industrial vacancy rate here is 5.5% compared to 6.2% in the region. And many of our offices are filled as well, with the vacancy rate at 11.1% here compared to 14% in nearby cities. Arlington has maintained a AAA bond rating. The agencies that rate cities cited strong management and a solid financial position as just two of the reasons to continue the high rating for our city. Arlington is also a safe place to live and work. The Arlington Police Department reports that during the last 4 years, the crime rate has dropped each year. APD attributes that to partnerships with local businesses and others in the community, and is hoping to finish 2014 continuing the trend of a lower crime rate. Through the coordinating efforts of the Fire Department's Office of Emergency Management, Arlington became the second city in Texas and the 6th in the nation to receive accreditation from the Emergency Management Accreditation Program, which requires cities to meet 64 standards. The Office of Emergency Management plays a key role in our city, and this past year managed Arlington's work with the Final Four and the George Strait concert at AT&T Stadium, with a record 104,000 people in attendance. The office is also activated when there are emergencies like last year's ice storm. The folks in the Public Works Department recently celebrated good news with the continued accreditation from the American Public Works Association. We talked a bit about current road repair and reconstruction earlier, and we also want to mention some other big projects in the planning or early stages. Construction of the Center Street Bridge over I-20 is now underway, giving Arlington residents and shoppers additional access to retail areas and opening up the west side of the airport for development. Just a few months ago, the Texas Transportation Commission gave the green light to begin planning and development for the State Highway 360 extension in South Arlington and Mansfield, and plans for a new design for the I-30 Highway 360 interchange should be ready in a year, making it shovel-ready when funding becomes available from TxDOT. While all of those new road projects serve to help transportation for years to come, city leaders are also looking toward the future to plan for other issues it faces on the horizon. A number of projects planned to help deal with the effects of stormwater, often flooding and erosion, are also underway. We also hear a lot about drought these days, and some cities are actually in danger of losing their source of water. Arlington's water department is concentrated on reducing usage and increasing water sources.
The Tarrant Regional Water District is putting in a new pipeline system. We're going to get some additional supply from another lake, Lake Palestine. We'll be able to get more water out of some of our existing reservoirs. That's very positive for the future. Also, what we're doing with leak detection and some of the other initiatives in our community is going to help drive down our need to take more out of that supply.
And Arlington is in a good position for the future of waste disposal for our residents. The city was recently granted a permit to expand the current landfill, which allows enough capacity for it to operate for an estimated 50 years. This local disposal option means residents won't have to pay extra fees to have garbage moved to landfills farther away. A new central library is also in store for downtown. City Council approved moving forward with the new facility in May. It will be located just north of City Hall with a shared space to house City Council meetings. Private businesses are exploring development of the current library site for housing, offices, restaurants, and retail. A few miles north of downtown, initial steps are underway to create housing that is consistent with the Lamar Collins redevelopment plan adopted back in 2007. The new development is called Arlington Commons. And here's a chance to see the latest in luxury new home development right here in Arlington. The Kaleidoscope of Homes is taking place at the Viridian Development in North Arlington each weekend in October. 6 homes valued at more than $4.5 million are open to visitors, and proceeds will benefit Mission Arlington. You can find out more about that at the City of Arlington website. In fact, you can find out a lot about our city there. That's just one way to stay in touch with your city leaders and city government. There's also a Facebook page, a Twitter feed, and a YouTube channel. Subscribe to all of these, plus the latest from the news page of the website, and you'll have a great idea of what's going on. You can also find email addresses on the website and get answers to your questions about Arlington. We value input from residents and businesses, and we hope to hear from you.